Okay. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Uh, I welcome you and say may Allah reward you the best and may Allah guide us to learn beneficial knowledge and to practice it and to disseminate it. Uh, you have you have probably seen the notes, and I'm gonna start with this question. If I grab your hand and then say to you, "What is this?" Your answer will be my hand. If I do that to your head, to your body, to your leg, to your nose, you are going to answer me, this is my head or my hand, my leg, my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my house, my car, my job, my family, my community, my all these things. So when I hear deeply your answer, I can see there are two things, my and belong to my. You never say, when I grab your hand, you never say, this is who I am. Or this is, when I say, what is that to your car, you say, this is my car. You never say, this is who I am. Or about your job, all things. So there is something there claiming, owning those things. Who is this things or that things that claiming owning things and never been defined with those things that claiming belong to him or her? Who is this? And this is the serious question that really you don't know who are you. And you define yourself with things that part of maybe of your life or your personality or of your job or of your community, but you never tell me who are you exactly. You own all of these are belong to you, these are parts of you, but who are you? This is a serious question, and all people, all human beings, that's how they define themselves with things that really not with them, with the essence of who are they. And this is leading us to um, realize that by this way we are just trying to deny the real answers to who are you. And the real answer is basically should be is what the creator defined you with. And the creator said, إني خالق بشرا من طين فإذا سويته ونفخت فيه من روحي فقعوا له ساجدين. This is the definition of the creator, that made of clay, a human being made of clay. And then the soul was belonged into him. And then he was taught, and then went through self-exploring journey from competing with the angels and sitting in paradise and all of these details. So with these descriptions, again we come to the definition: you are a spiritual creation. You are really spiritual creation. Has intellect and live in a physical body. This is who I am. Now, when we look to our life around us, this is basically has been dissected, fragmented, separated, and we say, who are you? I am the engineer, I am the professors, I am the doctors, I am the sheikh, I am the imam, I am the whatever these things, and that are not the essence of you. Maybe they are part of your life or part of you, but they are not really who are you. And this is basically intentionally or unintentionally we try to eliminate the essential part of who are we. And that essential part of whom are we is the soul. We want to remove it aside or oppress it, suppress it, neglect it, fight it, try to mute it, and it is the essence of us. It will never be muted. As we know, the soul does not age, does not die. It manifests itself all the time, the right way or the wrong way. It depends on the first question, who are you? From there, all life will be changed. How you think, how you behave, how you react, how you interact, how you contribute, how you learn, how you educate, all of this will be based on the right definition. Who are you? That you are a spiritual creature that is have intellect and living in your body. Now, when we look to the reality nowadays, because that part, the essential part, the essence part of us being basically removed or neglected or ignored, disconnected, we see life being designed from A to Z on this definition, false definition, wrong definition, incomplete definition, very, very partial definition. And when that is happening, when we look around, we see the manifestation of neglecting the connection to the soul and believing, seeing, understanding that these cannot be separated. The intellect, the spirit and the soul and the body cannot be separated, cannot be treated separately and having a real, meaningful, purposeful life. It can't. And we see the manifestation as we see it in the paper we have. And so let's go to those manifestation of neglecting the soul, and then see where we should move on. Now, there are people, many, including you and others, trying to put positive things in life, trying to move from passive existence to a positive influence. Many. But the problem is the definition is wrong. We start with the wrong definition. And when we start with the wrong definition, what is Muslim or non-Muslims, definitely we are going to build system, education, leadership, healthcare, all of this based on the wrong definition. We are going to see education care about grades and testing, and that is the end of it. We're going to see the hospital treating the body, but not the fear, not the feeling, not the death, not the aging. They can't. They have nothing to do with it. We are going to see the politicians basically manipulating the physical and the resources. In all aspects of life, we are trying to nourish one part of us, which is the body. And we are not nourishing the mind or the intellect. We train the mind and the intellect. And that's what we call you. We call you a worker. We call you a force work. We need education to bring us a worker who can satisfy the demand of the market, fill all the job, and basically work 8 hours a day in their life and the rest of their life and for the rest of their life. And so in order to see the effect, the consequences, the manifestations that are scary because of this disconnect, as following. Number one, we live in world advanced to but broken hearts. And just if you listen, broken hearts, everybody you talk to and you go deep into interacting with them, you find a broken heart. And we live in information in our pockets, but yet we live in confusion in our mind. Again, who are you? We live more of everything. We have more of everything, and we can acquire more, we can produce more, we can earn more, we can be able to get more from everything that is related to the body, but not a peace of mind. I am basically chased with the time. I see the time is taking over me and I'm aging and I'm going somewhere which I don't want to go, or I don't know what is happening there or what's going to happen to me. And so that is what is the essence of peace. We basically also mastered outside world, and actually excellent. Body, the dresses, the food, the nutrition, the nourishment, the life, the job, the cars, the communication, the connection is excellent. But it is all centered bodies and materialism. In you have no reference in any part of life to the soul, no reference whatsoever, whether in education, as we said, or healthcare, or politics, or economy, or basically housing, or social programs. Uh, there is no reference to the soul whatsoever, as if it doesn't exist and it doesn't worth of anything. This is all being focused to the body. So that is number one. Number two of the manifestation is identity crisis. As we see nowadays, the biggest problem is identity. Who are you? And many people try to figure it out, manifest what they believe in. I am this or I am that in many forms. I am a superstar. I have these followers, or I am this famous person, or this social media influencers, or self-image is positive and everybody basically appreciate who I am. All of these artificial. They are not real. Who are you? The clear problem is the purpose and the meaning of life. It doesn't exist. There is something called scarcity theory, and there is another theory which is the opposite, is called abundance theory. And socialism in the last century was believing in scarcity. I mean, things are limited, and we get to basically regulate everything and limit the consumption to only what you need. And then on the other side, the capitalism came and said, no, 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 it is abundance. And you can go and earn and do whatever you want as much as you can, because everything is abundance. Well, nowadays, the scarcity theory and its people and regime and systems disappeared. They don't exist anymore. And the abundance theory or the capitalism theory is taking over the whole world, even the eastern part of the world. And what does that mean? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس. The key word here, كسبت. Corruption prevails on the land and the sea, and the reason is the theory of earning. Those socialists and who believes in scarcity, they have their own theory of earning. And those who believe in abundance and capitalism, they have their own theory of earning. And say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, because of that theory of earning, kasabat aydin nas, is not the right one. We see conflict and we see corruption, and anywhere you look around. And in these two things, whether scarcity or abundance, the soul, it doesn't have anything. It's not included. It's not part of the equation. Not part. Part is how to earn. And either there are abundance and you can go and collect and build empire of one person will have trillions and trillions and trillions, and one person sitting on the street can't make loaf of bread or survive a day. Where is the soul in this? In Islamic perspective, soul is the center. And then from that definition, who are you? The theory of earning comes to nourish first the soul, the intellect, and then the physical body, accordingly in a balanced way. Those created the extremism. Now, why we see all problems like societal phenomena? Because these people basically were trained to neglect, ignore, suppress their souls, and they lost themselves. Feel I'm just body and some desires, unlimited, and I don't see meaning, end, goal, objective, return on my effort and work, and so they lose themselves and they end up basically terminating their life. Also, now we are not talking about consumption, extreme consumption. We become extremists in consumption. Not even fine, maybe luxury, fine. It's not, it is beyond luxury. It becomes extreme consumption, and the consumption, that extremism basically lead to what? The relationship among human beings become transactional. Transactional means you give this, I give you this. You sell me this, I'll buy you this. You do this, I will pay you this. You perform this, I will reward you this. So it's all transaction. Taking something and giving something. The soul is not in that equation whatsoever. I am a spiritual creature. It's not in that one. All of it confined into the physical world. So we call it extreme consumption or hyper consumption and materialism. And you can see what they call it Black Friday. What is Black Friday? It's a ritual. It's not anymore. It's not anymore selling and buying. It's not anymore a business. It is a ritual. And people enjoy it and feel something about it, willing to sacrifice, stand in line forever, freezing whatever it is. So it is a sacrifice, and it is a ritual, a kind of basically manifestation of the distorted soul. Also, the third one we see dehumanization, system and institutions. You go to any institution, the human value, human being, as defined by the Creator, as a soul, intellect, and a body, it doesn't exist. All of them, they are focused and centered on, as we said, the physical things. And that's why school, basically factory. Schools is a factory for testing and scoring, and and creating workforce, and that's the end of it. The fourth one is narcissism is rising, means ego, inflated ego. We can call it inflated ego is everywhere. You touch somebody, you find they believe they are giant, they are God, they are Lord, they are everything. And they want to remove anything that can basically show them their limitation. But at the same time, there is a decline of empathy. We see every minute, every second, death, killing, murders, innocent people displaced, removed, and we have no feeling anymore. Empathy is gone. We manufacture more weapons to more killing, and we don't care who is going to be killed and why. Never ask this question: who and why? We are, as community, human being, as community, as Allah made and intended to, it doesn't exist anymore. It is me and myself and only me, and I am going to believe in abundance, and I'm gonna earn and earn and earn with no limitation. Number five, ethical confusion, and we see that business model of today is basically profit. Profit from addiction, profit from misinformation, profit from exploitation, and we consider those successful business. What they are doing, something really. You can see those vibe stores just emerging everywhere. What they do, we know it is bad, it is distracting, it is addictive, it is destroying the youth, it is destroying human being, but we consider it a successful business. Now, the last one is a spiritual void and superficial religiosity. Religion is become superficial. It is it's a ritual. The essence of it, the soul of it, the depth of it, the dimensions of it, the connections of it, it doesn't exist. It's basically mechanical, physical action and uttering some things, and then you get in and you get out the way you get in, the way you get out. There is no sign whatsoever of any progress. I'm doing something forever, consistently. Okay, I am punctual in the salah, but I don't see any progress. My soul doesn't grow, my iman doesn't get strong, my behavior is not changed, my interaction. It is to me as if someone goes to the king and asks for something, and the king give him something and take it at the door and drop it in the trash can and go the rest of his life, and then come back again and ask the king for something. The king give him something at the door, drop it in the trash, and go on. This is how it is. The minute I leave the serenity and the facility of prayers, I am a different person. I become exactly, I am materialistically bound and motivated, and this is how I interact. Whatever I asked for or whatever I was granted, I left it there. I never take it with me at all. And I go home, start fighting with the family. I go to the business. I go, wherever I go, I start basically being moved, mobilized, and forced by the physical demands, the desires, the bodily acquires of materialistic things. So religious become artificial. It is now what we hoping from this class is this. Really, we're hoping to create awareness that is centered around the soul, that is spreading through life, leadership, organization, and communities. Why? Because we believe this is critical, this is an urgent need. What is it? To create awareness, focused, centered on reconnecting the soul. And if that awareness is spread in life and all other institutions, then we are having hope that the whole world will be really rectified and turn into integrating the total elements of who is human being. And then we are going to hope that people will be awakened to exactly find out who are they, other than going and grabbing something been already made and designed and try to fit, but it never fit. والله أعلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.